Today I'm going to take a look at the PH830W. This is the Wi-Fi version of Coolifepro's camera. They are used in the body of their PH830, but all the software is different, and it appears that maybe even the sensor might be a little better. There's significant changes in how things are programmed and everything in here, so we'll go over that. First, let's say what comes with the camera. One, you have 940 nanometer LED lights, which basically means if you look directly at it, you might see a little bit of a pink glow, but otherwise you don't see anything. Some people feel animals are spooked by seeing any kind of light. One of the benefits I would say from this type of camera is that bad guys definitely can't see it. So if you're using this primarily as a security camera, these type of cameras are better, unless you're trying to let them know they're being watched and maybe they'll just walk away. It comes with a mount on here that you can put onto a solid surface, as well as it's got some little drywall attachments that go in there. Also, a strap that utilizes the attachments here and the gripping part right here. Right here is a mount that you can attach like for a tripod and such. I put in a nut that fits that, and it allows it to sit up like this, because I stand mine into an enclosure under its own weight, and this keeps it at the right angle and such. Otherwise it would tilt backward lightly or be a little bit unstable. So that doesn't come with, that's something I added on there. I just brought this in from outside. I've been doing some testing with it. And also this camera uses USB-C. So you have your little orange denotation here, and I think this actually downloads the videos and photos a little faster using this method on here, and I think it's one of the reasons they changed over to it. It's a newer standard anyway. It comes with actually a micro SD card here, and this is where the USB would go in here. Here's also your 6-volt 1.5 amp source that would go in here, and you can take 4 or 8 batteries in there. I'm using 4 lithium ion batteries that put out 1.5 volts each. That basically has circuitry in there, and so you're getting a true 6 volts until the batteries go, so there's none of the fading away. And I just change it every month. I don't know how long they would last out in the wild. I did that because some months I have a lot of photos, some months that I don't. So I just change it every month. There's really no way of looking at the indicator to know how much charge you have left on when you do that. Let's go over the Wi-Fi functions, because that's the most attractive part of this. Then we'll go into the photos and how you program the menu and such for what type of photos and what type of videos that you want on here. One of the first things you do is you go to an app. In my case, it's the Google Play Store. Since I have an Android phone, I think Apple also has it open. You download it. It just installs itself easy as can be. There's no problem whatsoever. You can change all your functions by going through the app, as well as going through the buttons that are on here. So you can do it remotely. You could have it at the front of your house 100 feet away, and say, well, I just wanted to do photos for a while. And you can change it to photos. I want to change the resolution for the photos. I want to do bursts on there. I want it to do only daytime photos, only nighttime photos. And you do that by changing the start times and end times. So there's a lot of function in here. So I took some screenshots off my phone, and so I'll place them here and tell you a little bit what's going on there, and then we'll get back into talking about the photos and such. When you first start the app, you'll see the information that was present at the last time when you started it. So you'll have with the status of the battery, the temperature at the time, and the photo that you took at that time also. Also how much storage you have left. Also down at the bottom of it, you have some interesting buttons here, one called a map, and what that will do is actually take the GPS coordinates from the camera and using your phone, place it on a representation of a map. So this is pretty nice if you are using these out in the field and you have several cameras, and that way you'll be able to get them. And then to the left you have the home button. So when you're in your other fields, you'll be able to come back to the beginning again. Clicking on the photo takes you to a live function, so you can actually watch what the camera is seeing if you're within the distance that the camera can broadcast to. I was doing it at about 100 feet. The manufacturer claims about 100 meters. So I didn't test it that far, but this basically shows my mailbox looking back at my house. So when it's starting and it's actually connected to your camera, this page comes up here. And again, it gives you the most recent information that's on your camera. And more buttons at the bottom for using other functions of it. The next one is the settings, and these are basically all the same things that you would have with the buttons that are on your inside of the camera, but now you can do it remotely. You can change things and pretty much everything that was in the camera. Then you click on gallery and you'll see all the videos and photos that have been stored, and then you can download them to the phone by clicking on the button. So essentially what you do is you click on a video, you could use a video, and if you wanted to save it, it would save it onto your phone. And that's one way that you wouldn't even have to take the card out or use a cable. You actually put it right into your phone. So basically, this will take photos in the JPEG format with a 1 to 5 burst if you set it up for that, or videos and a 25 frames per second in MP4 format, or a combination of the two, like take a photo and take a video of that. When you do that, the buffer time will start your video a little bit later if you're going to combine those. So if you're if you really like your videos to start very quickly, you're going to need to just do video only, and that's kind of what I do. Also, the videos and the photos have a permanent time stamp. You cannot remove it. It's always in there. So it does some nice things, talk about time and date and the temperature that it's taken at and such. When I do my wildlife videos, it's a simple matter of just kind of cropping it down just a little bit. You just never know it's in there. It's just an extra step that you have to do. Currently, it's in there permanently. You can't take it out. One of the things that the camera also has is a microphone and a speaker. So basically you can play back, and also you hear beeps and things like that. So that's kind of nice. It has a time-lapse function. So think about like watching a flower bloom in real time. So you leave it out for a couple days, and over a period of a 1-minute video, you'll actually see it from a bud and turning a full bloom. This does it in 2 forms. One being it makes it automatically into a video for you, or each shot that it takes, it will actually keep them separate, so you can combine it yourself. You can eliminate a couple if you want to speed it up, or for whatever reason it helps with the editing on doing that. So the main function is also motion detection, which is pretty good. I saw it detecting my motion towards it when I was about 100 feet away coming towards it. I was really kind of surprised. But it's actually pretty good on the other issues also. It also has the loop function, and that's like a dash cam where basically it's recording when you tell it to start. It's recorded the whole time, and then when it reaches the end of your card, it just starts recording off in the beginning again. So if you're leaving it someplace and you just want to have a recording of what it was like an hour before you got there, you'll always know that, because you'll never run out of card, because it'll just keep on rewriting over it. And then, like I said before, the start and stop time. Sometimes you know there's going to be a lot of activity. There's a lot of people walking around and such, and you're only interested at times like when normally people aren't supposed to be there. So like after a work shift or things like that, you can basically have it start at that particular time and then shut off before work starts again. So you're basically taking photos during a time when normally people aren't supposed to be there. That would save you some space in your So if I haven't answered any other questions, please go ahead and put it in the comment section below. Please remember to subscribe and share this video to help disabled animals with donated wheelchairs.